What's up, YouTube? T Movies here with the new film Lust hitting theaters this week. Since it stars probably one of my favorite celebrity crushes, Naomi Watts, and I'm not kidding, she's actually one of my favorite actresses. Period. I think Naomi Watts is seriously one of the best actresses without an Oscar. Now, down the line, when around when the Oscars, around the next Oscar season, I'm probably gonna do like a list of my favorite actors and actresses without an Oscar. Naomi Watts is definitely on that list. I think she's a dynamite actress. She's of course really a really gorgeous actress. She she's been in some great stuff, and it's a shame that most people still don't really know who she is. But I think she's a dynamite of an actress, and she's been in some really great stuff. Not everything she's been in is gold or anything. But with that being said, here's my 10 favorite Watts movies. Alright, coming in at number 10 is going to be a film called Book of Henry. Now, this movie was directed by Colin Trevorrow, who, before this, he also did Jurassic World. And in it pretty much takes place in like a small suburban town in Hudson Valley. It's about 11-year-old boy genius named Henry Carpenter and his younger brother, and Christopher is played by Jaden Lieberher from It, while his little brother is played by Jacob Tremblay from Luke fame. And they of course live with their single mother, played by Naomi Watts, who's a waitress who's like pretty much also working on a children's picture book. And sad spoiler, this is a little bit of a spoiler. The lead character of Henry, sadly passes away, and he's also trying to find out about his next door neighbor, played by Maddie uh, Ziegler, who's he's before he ended up passing, he figures out thinks that his that the girl he likes, played by Maddie, is being abused and all that, so he tries to find out what's going on, and after he ends up dying, the mother ends up finding pretty much finding like his notes and all, and so she's pretty much trying to figure out if the daughter is getting like abused by her stepdad. But by the way, the daughter's stepdad is played by Hank himself, Dean Norris from Breaking Bad, and he's like a cop. He's an alcoholic. He's not really a good guy, if you will. But Dean Norris was great in this movie. I love Dean Norris here. And Jaden Lieberher was really good. Jake, Jacob Tremblay was really good here. We had a really interesting cast. Like, you even had Sarah Silverman actually played Naomi Watts' best friend here. I know Sarah Silverman was great. I really quite enjoyed this, and the movie didn't really get a whole lot of great buzz when it got released. Sad to say, for one, it completely flopped, and two, it did not do great financial-wise, which is disappointing because I thought it was a really solid film. I mean, it was a little it was a little depressing at times, but I still thought it was great. Maddie Ziegler, I know she was pretty good in this. Of course, she's supposed to be in the West Side Story remake, and yeah, I really quite enjoyed this movie a lot. And kind of funny that Naomi Watts ended up working with not one but two directors in the Jurassic World franchise. I kind of find that pretty funny. But it's about rain, so I better hurry this up. Anyway, yeah, if you guys haven't seen Book of Henry, go check it out. It's a really good one. All right. Coming in at number 9 is going to be a film called Funny Games. Now, the film's about a couple played by Naomi Watts and Tim Roth, who, funny enough, they're also in that new movie, Loose. Anyway, in it, Watts and Roth plays a couple, and they have a son named Georgie, and they also arrive at a lake house with their dog. And so, like, the next door neighbor, Fred, ends up and along with two men, Pierre and Paul, are like next door to them. So they actually decided to play like a crazy, pretty much like a crazy game with the cuppa, and I mean it's a really crazy film. Funny Games is nuts. I mean the stuff that they get to go to in this is insane. Like I mean one night Anne played by Naomi Watts ends up cooking dinner, and so like the character of Peter ends up like comes to visit to like borrow some eggs from them, and so like Anna ends up giving them the eggs. But like when Pierre ends up dropping them, he ends up feeling annoyed, and so like Anne pretty much feels annoyed, so she gives them like another poise, and so like Pierre ends up taking off, and so their dog also ends up getting killed by two of the other neighbors here, by the two peers here, by Pierre and Paul, I meant to say, and it turns out these people next door are nuts, and they want to like play a game of the death, and it's called Funny Games for a reason, and it's a really good one. Like you also had this actor Michael Pitt was in this, who he literally looks like Leo DiCaprio, by the way. Tim Roth, I really like Tim Roth in this movie. I mean, pretty much during the games, Peter and Paul decides to like put like George's head in like a bag and end up suffocating him until like George ends up attacking and so cause they want her to like follow his instructions. So George ends up getting killed. So she has to try to pretty much you know take them down alone and all. And yeah, Funny Games is a really nutty film. It shows of how it shows of how much of a capable actress Naomi Watts is. I love Naomi Watts in this movie. Tim Roth in his parts was pretty good. You also had Michael Pitt. Brady Corbett played Watts' son here. I don't know, he was pretty good. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen this movie, but I remember watching it on, I think, HBO one time. Really got a kick out of it. So, yeah, if you guys never had a chance to check out Funny Games, definitely give that one a go. Alright, coming in at number 8 is going to be St. Vincent. Now, St. Vincent stars Bill Murray as his character as his retired and grumpy alcoholic Vietnam War vet who of course gambles and his wife also ends up dying from not dying, but his wife has Alzheimer's, and she can't really like remember him and all. And so his only close friend here is actually Naomi Watts' character, who's like a Russian pregnant. So, sorry about that, guys. Anyway, Naomi Watts is pretty much his only friend here, who's like a pretty much Naomi Watts' character is a Russian stripper, and she's pregnant and all. And also you got Bill Murray's Vincent character who needs to wants to like take care of Melissa McCartney's character's kid, who also played by Jaden Lieberher. And I really like the chemistry between Bill and Jaden. I thought their chemistry was pretty good. Naomi Watts, I mean, her talking Russian, I I loved her accent here. I thought Naomi Watts' accent was great, and like her interaction between Bill Murray was pretty cool. I mean, Naomi Watts, that woman she looks dynamite. I'm not kidding. And I just really dug her in this. Like, if you guys never seen Saint Vincent, it's it's really underrated. I really quite enjoy this movie a lot. It's a movie very much about babysitting, and like it's also a film about growing old because Bill Murray's of course getting up there in age. But yeah, I mean Saint Vincent is a really good one. If you guys never had a chance to check out Saint Vincent yet, definitely give that one a go. All right, coming in at number 7 is going to be The Impossible. Now, this is, of course, where like this family. It's of course about where this couple, played by Watts and Ewan McGregor, and their sons decide to like begin their winter vacation in Thailand, and so like there's pretty much like a typhoon that hits the coast, and it's pretty much like a natural.
Yeah, yeah. You went to an interview.
It's pretty much like a natural disaster film, and they're trying like it's really intense. It's directed by Jay Benoa, who kind of like how I said earlier. It's kind of funny how Naomi Watts ended up doing movies with that's directed by two of the Jurassic World directors. I mean, Colin Trevorrow, of course, directed Jurassic World, while Jay Benoa directed Fallen Kingdom. Makes me wonder if the next Jurassic Park movie will be directed by someone who previously worked with Naomi Watts before. Well, how about Naomi Watts being in the next Jurassic Park movie? That would be funny. But anyway, back to The Impossible. The Impossible it's a really cool film. I mean, you also had like a very young Tom Holland before Spider-Man, obviously. I mean, the performances by Watts and McGregor was terrific. I mean, Jay Benoa did a really cool job at directing this. Yeah, I really quite enjoyed The Impossible. I mean, it is crazy. It's based on a true story. Because what really is the film, what happens in the film really happened in real life. And it's really insane. I mean, it's a really tragic story. You're gonna need tissues while you watch this. And yeah, The Impossible it's a really good one. I mean, you're gonna need tissues. Like this is not an easy movie to watch. Like I've only seen this movie maybe just once, and that's it. I literally have not seen this movie again. Like this is seriously not an easy watch. But still, the performance low is definitely worth it. I mean, McGregor and Watts, those two are just great. So. All right, coming in at number 6 is going to be Birdman, the Oscar-winning film, uh, pretty much directed by Alexandra. What's his name again? Who's the name of the director who did this film again? Alexandria. No, I don't remember the name of the director. Oh, dang it. Sorry, guys. I man, I like this director too. I can't even remember his name that well. Oh, dang it. Sorry about that, guys. Alexandria Arichi. That's why did I freeze up on his name for? Whatever. I kind of like that guy as a director. I mean, Alexandra Arnarichu, of course, won him his first Oscar, and he, of course, worked with Naomi Watts before. And I really love her, man. Like in the film, Naomi Watts pretty much plays like an actress in one of the plays that Ed Norton is starring in, and you got Micah Keaton as like a pretty much as if as like a washed up actor who wants to get back into business on he actually played the superhero Birdman in the film trilogy in the 90s. And so, like, he's pretty much, like, tormented and critical by his Birdman character. Like, his Birdman character ends up pretty much popping up a whole lot. So, Micah Keaton plays two parts in this, really. And so, like, pretty much Regan's, played by Keaton's best friend and lawyer, is, like, producing, a play that's pretty much starring his girlfriend Laura and a Broadway actress played by Naomi Watts. And Naomi Watts ends up having like a relationship with Regan's girlfriend played by Andrea Ribera. Of course, you also had Emma Stone as Keenan's daughter here, who's like who's also an addict or recovering addict, I should say. You also had Zach Galifianakis. Ed Norton was in this. Birdman was was actually one of my favorite movies of 2014. I just really love this film. Michael Keaton, I love Michael Keaton in this. I mean, he's Michael Keaton. He knows great. Naomi Watts, I don't think she got nominated for this. I'm trying to remember. Oh no, I think it was Emma Stone who got nominated, not Watts. Which I think there's an argument made that Naomi Watts probably could have got nominated for this film. But still, Birdman it's a terrific gem. It won the Oscar for a reason. Although I still literally thought Boyhood was going to win that year, but it turned out to be Birdman, which was cool too because I love Birdman. And yeah, I mean, if you guys never seen Birdman by now, do yourself a favor, go watch Birdman. It's a really great film.
Okay.
All right. Coming in at number. All right, coming in at number 5 will be Easter Promises, directed by David Cronenberg, starring Naomi Watts as the character of Anna Kaitrova, who's pretty much like a British Russian midwife at a London hospital who ends up finding a Russian language diary on the body of Tatiana, who is like a 14-year-old girl who ends up dying in a childbirth. And so she also tries to find a card for like the Trans-Siberian restaurant, which is owned like by some Seminon. And so like Anna tries to set out to track down the girl's family so that like they could find a home for the baby girl. So like she pretty much meets Simonin, who ends up offering to help, and of course she has a relationship with Viggo Mortensen's character. And this movie is also pretty risque at times. Like there is some really risque elements here. It's directed by David Cronenberg, so what do you expect? It's really weird. I mean, it's directed by David Cronenberg, so David Cronenberg's a weird director. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, and I mean, it's a really decent one. It has great performances by Viggo Mortensen, by Naomi Watts, and yeah, if you guys never really seen Easter Promises, I would check it out. And I remember hearing words that we might be getting a sequel for this down the line. I mean, I don't know how true that is or whatever, but hey, I'll be down to see another one because Easter Promises was a really decent film. Like, if you guys never checked Easter Promises out, yeah, if you guys never seen Easter Promises, go check it out. It's a really cool spy film. It's a great thriller, a great crime film. Naomi Watts, I mean, her accent, her playing Russian is really cool here. And yeah, I mean, definitely go check out Easter Promises if you guys haven't seen that. Alright, coming in at number 4 is going to The Ring. Of course, it is based on the Japanese horror film Ringo, where like there's a videotape of a pretty much Samara who ended up dying on that where she fell down a well, and she's like targeting people through a videotape, and anyone who watched the videotape would die within 7 days. It's creepy. I mean, Naomi Watts, of course, plays. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, Naomi Watts, plays like a news reporter named Rachel Keller, who's pretty much very skeptical of the story until pretty much 4 teens all die at once, and so she pretty much is trying to. She's also trying to protect her young son as well, because he ended up watching the videotape as well. So there's that. I mean, The Ring is a creepy film. Samara is a really creepy character. That is a really creepy kid right there. And Naomi Watts, I thought was a dynamite in this. I mean, her doing a horror movie like this, pretty cool to watch. I mean, I thought she was really great. Like, I thought she had a really good performance. It was directed by Gore Verbinski, who of course gave us the Fresh Pirates of the Caribbean movie. So there's that. Yeah, I mean, this is a really good one. It is really creepy. It's entertaining. I mean, if you guys never seen The Ring, go check out The Ring. It's a really good one. And Naomi Watts, of course, reprised her role for Ring 2, which wasn't good at all. But the first Ring is the best. Coming in at number 3 is going to be Peter Jackson's King Kong. Now, of course, Naomi Watts plays the actress and Dara, who pretty much goes to the island with like a film crew to shoot a film in Skull Island, and of course they encounter King Kong, and there's of course the Empire State Building scene with Naomi Watts and King Kong, which I loved how they interpret that like in a modern context. Obviously, the film not released in 2005, but the film, yeah. But anyway, yeah, I love Peter Jackson's King Kong. It's really cool. Andy Serkis, of course, played the role of King Kong. I thought Andy Serkis was a great King Kong. I mean, Peter Jackson did a cool job at directing. Adrian Brody pretty much like played like a love interest of hers. Jack Black was in this. You also had Colin Hanks. Some really cool cast. I mean, it's really entertaining. I mean, I really dug the King Kong movie. Long. I mean, it is a really long movie, but it's still a really good one. All right. Speak of Alexandro Enrico, coming in at number 2 is going to be 21 Grams. Now, the film is pretty much about like a group of troubled people who like try to find that they are linked, in a predictable way. So, Paul Rivers, played by Sean Penn, is a academic dealing with like a terminal heart condition, but his life ends up changing by a car crash that seems like unrelated to his element. So, like the traffic accident also involves an ex-con named Jack Jordan, played by Benicio del Toro, and who's also the husband of Naomi Watts' character, and it pretty much like ruins one of the lives and all that. And it was another film directed by Enrico that Naomi Watts appeared in, because of course later after this she of course appeared in Birdman. 21 Grams is really interesting. It has like sci-fi elements, but it's not really a sci-fi movie. It's a cool crime thriller. Great performances by Naomi Watts. Benicio del Toro is great. Melissa Leo was amazing. You also had, Sean Penn. I mean, who doesn't love Sean Penn? Really cool film. I mean, Enrico, I really like him as a filmmaker. I don't know what he's going to do next, by the way. I know his last movie was The Revenant, but since then he hasn't directed anything else since. I hope we see another movie of this, because I really like him Enrico. But anyway. But yeah, if you guys really never had a chance to check out 21 Grams, definitely give that one a go. Okay, my number 1 favorite Naomi Watts movie of all time. That's an obvious one. Her best movie, in my opinion, is Mulholland Drive. I mean, directed by David Lynch. I mean, this movie it's crazy. I mean, it also has like pretty much like a make-out session between Naomi Watts and Laura Herring. That's who doesn't love that scene? It's really cool. I mean, it's probably one of my favorite David Lynch films. It's pretty much where like a dark-haired woman is like the sole survivor of a car crash on Mulholland Drive, which is like sorry about that. Anyway, it's pretty much on a road high in the Hollywood Hills, and so like she pretty much like makes the woman ends up making her way into Los Angeles, and so like, and she also and there's like a aspiring actress named Betty Elms who ends up arriving at the apartment because the woman, of course, ends up sneaking into like a apartment that morning. So like, pretty much, the character Betty, it's like starts to find the woman who has like amnesia, and it seems her name is Rita. and she she pretty much has like a nature like Naomi Watts, of course, plays the Rita character, while Laura Herring plays the dark-haired, pretty much plays the household woman. I mean, it's a really good one. You also had Justin DeRoque in this movie. Naomi Watts was the doll. I mean, Laura Herring. There's of course like a love session scene, like a love maker scene with Herring and Watts, which who anyone who's seen this movie, tell me you guys not. You'll be lying. I'll be lying if I did say I like that scene. But anyway, yeah, I thought Naomi Watts and Lauren was both great in this. It had a really cool twist that you did not see coming. It's confusing. It's a really confusing movie. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty confusing, but I still quite enjoy it. I mean, it's David Lynch. You know what you're gonna get with the David Lynch movie. And yeah, I mean, Mulholland Drive is the movie takes place in Hollywood, which I probably could have added this to my favorite Hollywood last week. I mean, the movie got released. Believe it or not, it got released in 2001. Boy. And Justin Theroux. I mean, he's always cool when he's on screen. And like you also had great cinematography. I mean, you also had Robert Forster was in this. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen the movie. I gotta rewatch this one again because I really like Mulholland Drive. But it is, like I said, it's a confusing movie, but it's still a good one. I mean, performances by Naomi Watts definitely worth it. David Lynch, I really like David Lynch. I think he's a cool director, and he directed this movie pretty good. And yeah, if you guys never seen Mulholland Drive yet, I'll say give it a go. And I gotta rewatch this movie again because I really dug it the first time I saw it, and because it's a really good one. So yeah, definitely go check out Mulholland Drive if you guys never seen that. That's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 10. The Book of Henry. 9. Funny Game. 8. St. Vincent. 7. The Impossible. 6. Birdman. 5. Easter Promises. 4. The Rain. 3. King Kong. 2. 21 Grams. 1. Mulholland Drive. Now there's a few other movies and pictures I probably could have added as well. Let me pull up her list. Oh, she was also on that that Netflix show, Gypsy, which was like a Netflix short-lived Netflix series. She's also on that Loudest Voice series with Russell Crowe. Her other credits also includes I Heart Huckabees, uh, Ned Kelly, Down, Ellie Parker, We Don't Live Here Anymore, Stay, Inland Empire, let's see, Dear International, Dreamhouse, J. Edgar, Movie 43, Sunlight Jr. She played Princess Diana in Diana. Let's see, While We're Young with Ben Stiller, she was good in. She was also in Divergent, Insurgents, Sea of Trees she was in, Demolition, Three Generation, Allegiant, Chuck. She was also in Shut In, which was terrible. The Glass Castle. Wait, who was she in Vice? I never remember seeing her in that movie, Vice. Anyway. Yeah, I always like Naomi Watts. I think she's a really fabulous actress, and I'm hoping she wins an Oscar in the near future because I think she's that good of an actress. So hopefully one of these days, fingers crossed, she'll get the Oscar. Like she's pretty much the female Leo DiCaprio. Like you'll suspect her to get some sort of Oscar nomination, whatnot, but yeah. Anyway, let me leave it to you guys. What are some of your favorite Naomi Watts movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here, See Movies, signing off.